बंदेया बंदेया रे बंदेया राह पे चल बंदेया बंदेया रे बंदेया बंदेया रे बंदेया राह पे चल बंदेया रुक जा रे बंदेया ये रात जरा हंसी है बात समझ बंदेया कुछ देर ही बाकी है रख यकी आंखों से बादल आज हट जाए चांद तेरी आंखों में बंदेया चल के आएगा
Excuse me.
बंदेया रे बंदेया बंदेया रे बंदेया राह पे चल बंदेया बंदेया रे बंदेया बंदेया रे बंदेया राह पे चल बंदेया
Good morning, all of you. Here we are together for the 5th class of the capital gain, right? And it's the month of January. Once the exams are over for the students who are writing January 25 exam, all links, marathons, the MCQs, the MTP 1 and 2 solved, everything is there in the links and the playlist, which is there in YouTube also, and all the links are shared in Telegram and WhatsApp also. Now, once these exams are completed for January 25, and even some of the foundation students, those who are writing the exam, there's a lot of upcoming things along with your degree, along with your knowledge. Very important is to have a very confident and strong mindset. So, lot of other, polishing and personality development and communication and dressing up classes are going to be conducted on this channel. So stay connected. That's one of the essential things, right? Now, capital gain, today is the 5th class. Last class, we have covered up all the exemptions. So I'm revising everything in the exemptions. Wherever you have doubt, you unmute and speak up, and live chat and YouTube is also on. In CA syllabus, you don't have 54 EE, G and GA. But I have added this because CA CMA, all the students are watching these lectures and using the notes. So the other exemptions are definitely there as a part of the act and all, but not in the CA Inter syllabus. So let us revise what is exemption. Whether it is short term or long term, once you get the capital gain, sale consideration minus index cost of acquisition and capital gain, after capital gain you can invest it and reduce your capital gain, because suppose 100 minus 75 25 is the capital gain, you have to pay the tax on the long term capital gain at the decided rate. But if you have sold the house and if you buy another house, you can claim an exemption under section 54 and reduce your tax liability, because after the exemption, whatever is the long term capital gain, that is taxable, and at the given rate you have to pay tax. Okay, right. So let us revise. Some of the students are, ma'am, however well we study, sometimes it goes blank that we don't remember. It will not happen. because you all are understanding well. That is seen in your chats, right? So only thing required is now repetition is the key. Sometimes orally, sometimes in your own voice note, or sometimes put the headphones and listen to the one shot revision videos. Repeat it again and again, and you will never feel that no, this is not, I'm not able to recollect, right? And whatever is taught in the classwork, revise it at home for once. And two homeworks I gave. Homeworks I have discussed also, and then I have given as homework. So check up, and if you have any doubt, you can ask. Okay. Chalo, let us take up now the revision of all the exemptions. I'm doing it in a linked way. There are some exemptions which are allowed only to individuals and HUFs, right? And most popular exemptions, exam oriented, is sure, at the end of the class, you will be able to solve all the questions of the exemption. So section 54, 54 EC and 54F, these are the most important ones which are repeated. So let us quickly start with section 54. Individuals and HUFs who have got long term. Now, how to remember? So house, generally you don't buy a residential house to sell, right? You're buying it for a long term purpose. So long-term capital gain derived by selling a residential house, you buy another residential house. Time limit of purchase is from the date of transfer, 2 years forward, you can purchase the house. 3 years forward, you can construct. 1 year backward, you can purchase. So you can purchase first and then sell within 12 months. Still, you will get exemption. Sell the house, buy the house is the crux of section 54. Okay, right. How much will be exempt? Everywhere except this, it is investment or capital gain, whichever is lower. To explain this, yesterday in the beginning of the class only, I gave you example. Exemption cannot exceed the long-term capital gain, right? Is it possible to revoke the exemption? Yes. I have sold the house, I have purchased the house, then this house we should not sell for 3 years. Yes. If we sell for within 3 years, then whatever exemption is given, it's revoked. Means it will again become taxable. And yesterday revocation I have taught you. I'll revise again with the example. Whenever exemption is revoked, it's taxable at short-term capital gain. And yes, CGA scheme is applicable. What is CGA scheme? CGA scheme is capital gain account scheme. Now I have decided that in financial year 24-25, whatever house I have sold, I will buy another house in 2 years, or I'll construct another house in 3 years. Then this money you have to keep in a separate bank account before due date of filing the return. Then you can claim a deduction. And that amount will lie in that separate bank account called that CGS account. And you can withdraw from it only to purchase the asset or construct the house. If you withdraw for any other purpose, it will be taxable. 3 years are over and the amount is lying. You promised, you sold the house and you will purchase the house. You claimed exemption and now you have not purchased. Amount is lying. In 4th year, it will become taxable. Okay. So this is all about the CGA scheme. Now, the next ones are pretty simple. 54B is individual and HUF, short term or long term. You sell agricultural urban land. Agricultural rural land, anyhow, there is no capital gain. So, agricultural urban land you sell, which is used by the SSE or his parents for at least 2 years. And against that, you have to buy agricultural urban or rural land 2 years forward, right, from the date of transfer. And whenever the asset or the property is compulsory acquired by government, then the time limit 2 years, 3 years will be from the amount received, compensation received from the government, because then only you can utilize and buy, right? How much is exempt? Investment in new asset or capital gain, whichever is lower. Is it possible to revoke it? Yes. Within 3 years, if you sell that agricultural land, you have sold urban land. You can buy urban agricultural land or rural. What is urban agricultural land? Anyone listening to this lecture now, please pause and watch yesterday's lecture. 2 hours of in-depth analysis, explanation, making you right. So today we are going to do the revision and work out the questions fast. Urban agricultural land is agricultural land within the city limit, right? It's short-term capital gain. If it is revoked, then of course CGS is applicable. Next one is that sometimes, in the heart of the city, if any person, who is doing business, short term or long term, he is having land building, which is a part of industrial undertaking. He's selling that, it is compulsory acquired by government, and somewhere else he's buying the land and building to carry on his factory or his unit. Time limit for the purchase is 3 years forward, and rest all is same from the date when government pays you. 54 EC, beautiful. Any person, long term capital gain. Ma'am, kaise yaad rahega long term? Because again, it's land and building, which is acquired after 31st March 2000. That's just for the date sake. But land and building you are selling. And what you are buying? Bonds. Government bonds. 4 kind of bonds are there. NHAI, National Highway Authority of India, Rural Electric Corporation, REC, Railway bonds, and Power Finance Corporation bonds. These are the 4 bonds you can purchase. Time limit is 6 months forward. In exam, many times they have asked, they have purchased the bonds and students blindly give the deduction. No, please check up. Bonds require just a call, just a click if you're buying it online. So time limit for purchase of bonds is just 6 months from the date of transfer. No CGA scheme, nothing. समझ में आ रहा है? You're selling land or building. You're getting huge capital gain. To save the tax, you can put that money in bonds. 54 EC. Yes? Right. Next is same like 54 EC. Any person, long term. Here you are selling land and building. Here you are selling any capital asset and buy specified mutual funds. Yeah, within 6 months. Acha, very important is when you buy bonds, they are there for a lock-in period of 5 years. So 5 years you cannot transfer the bond. Till 5 years against the bonds, you cannot take any loan and all. Okay. Next, same way 54 EE. If you buy mutual fund, same. For 3 years, you cannot sell and all. Okay. Right. If this is revoked, because within 6 months, you can buy the bonds or the mutual fund. If it is revoked, it is taxable as long-term capital gain. Okay, I want you also to circle like this. And CGS is not. See, CGS is applicable everywhere. But for selling land and building, buying bonds, selling anything and buying mutual funds, then you just need to make a call to your agent if you're buying mutual fund and bonds through agents or online direct purchase, right? So that's why this is CGS is not applicable. Within 6 months, if you buy, you can get a deduction. Hold it for 5 years and 3 years. Before that, if you sell it or you take loan against that, exemption is revoked. It will be taxable as long-term capital gain. Now, the last two which go hand in hand, 54G and GA. Yes, any person, anyone who is doing business or anything, short term and long term, they are selling land, building, plant and machinery to shift from urban to rural area. Here to shift from urban to SEZ, right? So just sell the land, building, plant and machinery in the city and go to the village or go to SEZ. Then whatever capital gain you have got will be exempt, provided there also you buy land, building or plant and machinery. Remaining all conditions are same. Now 54F. 54F is different in the way we calculate the exemption. Yeah, what is 54F? It's for individual and HUF. Long-term capital gain. Sell anything, jewelry, plot, anything, and buy house. And at that time, you should not have more than one house. Purchase a residential house. 1 year backward, 2 year forward, construct 3 years forward, same. Yeah. And if the new asset, yeah, just listen, I'm saying. If the new asset is converted, okay. Now the way we calculate 54F is different here. I gave you an example, and after this also it is solved. Suppose if the sale consideration, it's already solved here. Look how 54F is given. We'll work out very nice questions today, provided first you understand this and practice more and more questions of exemptions. Suppose we have sold jewelry. Index cost is 75. Long-term capital gain is 35. And against that you have purchased house. 54F is saying you sell anything and you buy land and building. And you should not have more than one residential building at that time. Okay. Then all everywhere for capital gain, it is long-term capital gain or investment, whichever is lower. Long-term capital gain is 25. Investment is 35, whichever is lower. But for 54F, it is different. It says if you have sold the jewelry of 100 and you have got the capital gain 25, why did you put the money only 35? So proportionate only you will get the deduction like this. Sale consideration. Sale consideration should always be net after the brokerage and stamp duty and legal expenses and advocate fees and all. So if net sale consideration is 100, capital gain is 25, you have invested 35. This formula given in book, but if you work it logically, you will get the answer correct. In 100, 25 is exempt. In 35, how much? So 25 into 35 by 100. Ma'am, 35 is more than investment, 35 is more than capital gain. Why we are not taking all exempt? Because it's proportionate exemption. Already this example is solved for you. And now you can put this 25 into 35 by 100. If we put it in the formula, we'll get it. 25 by 35 into 100. Investment in the I'll put the figures here so that it's clear. 100, 75, 25 and 35. So 35 into 25 by 100. Investment in the new asset 35. Divide by net sale consideration 100 into capital. Only this one is having formula. You can also put a circle with pencil because this is different. Rest all, if you see investment or capital gain, whichever is lower. Investment or capital gain, whichever is lower. Right? Only here you have this cross multiplication. Next. Same, that new house you cannot sell for 3 years. Otherwise, exemption will be revoked and CGA scheme is applicable. So let us do, is this revision helpful? Check and ask if you have any doubts. $54 is sell the house, buy the house. 54 EC sell land and building and buy the house. So can you buy the house and use it for both? Yes, but not for the same amount, for different amounts. We'll do it now. Different types of questions we will do to practice all exemption. Sell the house, buy the house, it's 54. Sell land and building and buy bonds. So, when you sell residential house, you can buy other house, but I don't want to buy a house. I don't need to invest in property. Then You can put the money in bonds. 4 kinds of government bonds are there where you can put the money, right? And what is 54F? Why is it very popular? You sell anything, jewelry, plot, anything, and you buy the house, you get an exemption. Okay, right. Let us take up more questions. Yesterday also we have taken some questions. Yeah. Once, how is it revoked? See, whenever you sell the house, you buy the house for 3 years, this second house you should not sell, right? If you sell within 3 years, it's going to be taxable. Okay. How? With an example I have given you. See, 100 is the sale consideration. 100 is the sale consideration. Index cost is 75. Just listen patiently. Acha hai ki if exemption is revoked, you have sold house, purchased house. Now this house you should not sell for 3 years. If you sell it, then exemption is revoked. How? 175, 25 houses sold for second house is purchased for 25 and capital gain is in. Now if this house is sold for 40, what's the cost of the second house? 25. So 15 will be taxable and this capital gain revoked will also be taxable. So total capital gain will be 40. This 40 is only for your understanding. In exam, they clearly said if exemption is revoked, then the cost of second house is reduced. What's the cost of second house? 25. It's reduced. This 25 is reduced with the exemption revoked and only net cost you will take nil. Anyhow, the capital gain answer will come same. Take your time. This is to understand, but this is what you're required to do in exam. I'm repeating. If the second house is sold, when the exemption is revoked, the cost of the second house should be reduced with the exemption which you have given because it's revoked now. It will become taxable. And net cost only you will deduct. And everything is taxable as short term because within a short time of span, second house also you have sold. Yesterday I gave you homework. Trichy house. Please ask your doubts. If you are even watching it as recording and if you have any doubt, you can always ask. Okay. Chalo, let us take up some more questions one by one, all for practice. So we will take up 19th question now. 17th we have done advance money forfeited. 18th also we have done. 19th say till the end all. In between we have done some. We will take up all. More practice for questions of exemption. Tax rates I'll tell you today, little later. Yes. That's why, see, if you are asking, ma'am, how to revise this again and again, that's why one-shot revision videos are also coming. Already last year also I've made. Abhi thode amendments hai, to again I'll make. But that is what is going to be very helpful to you. One-shot revision videos. ठीक है? चलो. Ajay had purchased a plot of land 75,000 in July 10. He constructed a house in December 12. He sold the house in 23 at 50 lakhs and purchased another house in 24. He furnished other income details. Okay. Other income is interest on FD. This is net, so you have to gross up. Investment in PPF, you get a deduction in ATC. You are required to compute the capital gain. Simple problem this is. I'm checking orally and this homework for today because quality good questions abhi aage aur aayenge. Past exam, study material, all we are doing. See, Ajay had purchased the plot 75,000 in 2010 and 11. Yeah. So let us check up the index cost ke liye. Format is clear, I hope. Sale consideration minus index cost capital gain. 10 and 11. 167 has become 363. 75,000 has become how much? Index cost of the land. He constructed a house for his residence on that land at a cost of 10 lakhs in 2012. So now 12 and 13, the index is 200. 200 has become 363, 10 lakhs, how much? So you are getting simple long-term capital gain by selling land and building. He sold the house at April 24 at 50 lakhs. Okay. So 50 lakhs mein the house is sold. And he purchased another house in June 2024. Okay, right? So simply, he has sold the house, he has purchased the house. So remaining will be long-term capital gain. And FD interest net is there. You can gross up, you get gross total income. 20,000 are put up in PPF and so you get the total income. Very easy. One thing I forgot to revise is in section 54, when you sell the house and you buy the house, the upper limit of purchases is 10 crore. You can't take the deduction or exemption under 54. Even if you have sold the house and capital gain is 25 crore and you have purchased for 14 crore, only up to 10 crore. Second thing is, if your capital gain is less than 2 crore, right? You can sell one house and buy two houses. But if your capital gain is more than 2 crore, then you can buy only one house and take the exemption. You want to check it? Then I have revised all that yesterday in section 54. कल हमने जब 54 किए थे तो I made you write. ये देखो. Individual and HUF sell the residential house, buy another house, time limit. How to calculate the time limit 1 year backward, all that I have given. If it is revoked, it will be taxable. Upper limit of the 54F is 10 crores. Long-term capital gain is 15 crore. Purchase of new house is 12. Still 10 crore. And if the long-term capital gain is less than 2 crore, then 1 or 2 residential house can be purchased. But if the long-term capital, these 2 points are very, very important for MCQ. Is it clear? You want to check? Hope you all have written all this yesterday. If your capital gain is less than 2 crore, you can sell the house and buy one house or sell a big house and buy two small houses. Your wish. But if the capital gain is more than 2 crore, then no option. Clear to all of you? Next. So this was very easy question. Next one, I want to do it in notebook. It's there in your study material also and already asked in exam. Study material questions are asked. Sur furnishes you the following details. He has a residential house which he has inherited from father in 2010. Fair market value of which is 1 for 2001. Why now? We have to got it in 2010. But father must have acquired it earlier, right? After getting from father in 12 and 13, he did some improvement. On 10/5/24, the house was sold for 75 lakhs. Expenditure is given. And against that, December 23 purchased a house. House sold is 10/5/24. So 4 months backward, can you buy the house? Yes. Or forward also you can buy. Compute the capital gain. Okay. What will be the capital gain if the cost of the new house is 10 lakhs? ये तो 20 lakhs है. अगर 10 lakhs है तो कैसे करेंगे? And what will be the tax effect if we sold the new residential house? Oh, the house which is purchased is also sold. So if exemption is revoked within 1 year, it's sold for 30 lakhs. Give your answer in both the options. Are you getting? First, capital gain is very simple. So we will calculate problem number 20 in the notebook. Please read when I am reading, listen when I am explaining, and write with me. Sure, it's going to be very easy. Capital gain in exam और बहुत speed में भी होता है, you know. Students usually come and say that time required to solve the capital gain in exam is very less. So 20th problem we are doing. We are computing the income of Mr. Sir. And they have asked you to work out 2 options. So we'll do both the options. Abhi first till capital gain to it is common. He sold the house for 75 lakhs. So sale consideration is 75 lakhs and there is no debate कि stamp duty value itna hai and all. Expenditure related to sales is 50,000. So net sale consideration is 74 lakh 50,000. 74 lakh 50,000 is the net sale consideration and there's no debate. Now, let us take the index cost of acquisition. Though we have inherited from the father in 2010, so we have to take the cost of the previous owner. Cost of the previous owner. Cost of the previous owner is given 13 lakhs in 2001 and 2. 1 and 2 they have given 13 lakhs. Okay. In 2001 and 2. Further improvements are also there, but first let us calculate index. 13 lakhs you are taking as the fair market value in 2001 and it's right now 2024 and 25. So 100 has become 363. 13 lakh is how much? 13 lakh into 363 divided by 100. That's going to be the index cost of the house. $47,19,000. 47,19,000. Index cost of improvement. What is the index cost of improvement? In 12 and 13. He did improvement for 10 lakhs. And now it is 24 and 25. So 12 and 13. We can take for 12 and 13. 200 has become 363. 200 has become 363. So cost of improvement index 10 lakh into 363 divided by 200. 18,15,000. Okay, right. Now how much you are getting the long-term capital gain? 18,15,000 plus 47 lakh 19,000 minus 7450. Your capital gain is coming to 9 lakh. Anyone is having doubt? इतने तक करोगे तो भी out of 7, 5 marks you will get stepwise. So do it. Sale consideration minus expenses, net sale consideration, index cost of acquisition, index cost of improvement, and capital gain. Now, against this, they have sold the house. Yeah, this house is sold. And against this, another house is purchased for 20 lakhs also, 10 lakhs also. So from here, we can work out the two options. You can continue same or you can option 1. New house. New house का value कितना है? और एक new house purchased. New house is purchased for how much? 20 lakhs or 10 lakhs. So with this, can they claim the exemption under section 54? Long-term capital gain minus exemption 9,16,000. So long-term capital gain or investment in new house, whichever is lower. So 9,60,000 you deduct. And what will be the taxable long-term capital gain? Nil. 9,16,000 long-term capital gain or exemption, whichever is lower. So it will become nil. And now here, if long-term capital gain is 9,16,000, and investment in the new house is 10 lakhs. In fact, investment in the new house instead of 10 lakhs, you make it as 8 lakhs. Tabhi the variety will come. 8 lakhs hi kar do. Investment in the new house. So now even though capital gain is 9,16,000 or investment new house, whichever is lower. So how much exemption you will claim? 8 lakh. Taxable will be 1,16,000. Just I'm changing it. 1,16,000. Anyone is having any doubt? You have sold the house and you have purchased another house for 20 lakhs. So capital gain or investment, whichever is lower. Capital gain or investment, whichever is lower. Now, two more options they have asked, that if this is revoked, this new house which is purchased for 20 lakhs or 8 lakhs, if that is sold, how will you do it? We know that if exemption is revoked, reduce the cost till the exemption. If second house sold, it is called as exemption revoked. Second house is sold for how much? 30 lakhs. 30 lakhs. Now what is the cost of second house? Cost of the second house was 20 lakhs. How much you have claimed the deduction above? 9,16,000. Are you getting? Reduce the cost with long-term capital gain revoked. 9,16,000 revoked. And reduced cost you will take. $1,884. How is it coming? 1884. 1 minute. 20 lakhs minus 9,16,000. 10,84,000. I hope you are getting. First, you sold the house and you purchased another house for 20 lakhs. So, capital gain of 20 lakh, whichever is lower. Easy? Yeah. Now, if this is revoked, then don't reduce 20 lakhs. Yesterday, I taught you 20 lakhs because full was exempt. Here, you have taken how much exempt out of 20 lakhs? 916. So, that will be revoked. And remaining cost you can deduct and it will be taxable as long-term capital gain. 19,16,000. Now come here. This is sold for 30 lakhs. What is the cost of the new house here? 8 lakh. How much is the exemption given above? 8 lakhs. Cost is to be reduced till exemption. So the cost is nil and whole 30 lakhs will be taxable. See, I told you yesterday, indirectly, 30 minus 8, 22. If you take second house ka cost 8 and take 30 minus 8, 22 lakhs. And what exemption you have given above, it will become taxable. So, bhi 30 lakhs hi aayega. So, the gist is, if exemption is revoked, reduce the cost till the extent of exemption given and now revoked. So, this is your answer for revocation. Same problem can be asked. This is a very nice question. So note it down and ask all your doubts here. जो भी आपके doubts है ना पूछो. Yes. Whenever exemption, it's a simple problem. Till capital gain. Now, whenever exemption is revoked, so frankly speaking, 20 lakhs houses sold in 30 lakhs. So 10 lakhs is the capital gain. पर जो revoke है वो भी तो add होगा ना. 10 lakhs. Here also. 30 lakhs is the sale consideration, 20 lakhs, so 10 lakhs. And that exemption revoked will also come, no? So total is same, 1960. Easy and clear to all of you. Today's class is to practice more questions, and it's absolutely okay if you don't remember and you're again and again referring. The more you refer back, more क्या था 54 EC, फिर जाके देखो, फिर क्या था देखो, 2-4 times if you repeat before the exam, definitely you will learn it. चलो, next question. I'm doing it in line, एक के बाद एक. 20th question we have completed now. 21 did we do yesterday? No, 22 I did. 21 we have not done. Mr. India. Mr. India is Anil Kapoor. Furnishes the following particulars in March 25 and requests you to compute the capital gain. He has inherited a house in 99, but the fair market value is given. In the year 15, he did further improvement. House was sold, expenditure is given, and he purchased a residential house for 18 lakhs. Exactly the question what we have done now. Sold the house, purchased the house. Yes? So now, check it orally and without seeing, put a stopwatch at home and do. This is the second homework now. एक मैंने और आपको होमवर्क दिया ना अजय वाला प्रॉब्लम. Yes. So Mr. India has given you the details. He has a residential house. Fair market value is 5 lakhs in 2001 and 2, and now it is 100 ka 363. 5 lakhs ka kitna? In the year 2015, further construction and improvement is done for 6 lakhs. 15 and 16 and 24 and 25. Right. This house was sold for 50 lakhs, related expenditure and net sale consideration, index cost. Overly easy question. And you have invested in the new house and you got capital. There is no exemption, revoke, nothing. It's so simple problem. Nice, clear to all of you. 22nd I did in class yesterday. It was a very nice problem wherein even though he has put the money in bonds, he could not claim the exemption because it was put up after 6 months, and then sold the house, purchased the house, claimed exemption. This house was also sold, so exemption revoked. कैसे करते हैं? Cost of acquisition is reduced till the exemption revoked, and net cost only you will take. Right? 23rd question I'm taking now. Very important from the past exams. Anyone is having any doubt? Ask please. Otherwise, let us read and do 23rd question now. Yeah, we are doing faster. I told you there will be some class where we did hardly 1 or 2 questions. And now we did 8 to 10 questions we are going to do today all. Please wait, there are going to be amendment classes for all the chapters inclusive. Surely it will come. Right. Mr. Roy owned a residential house in Chennai. It was acquired by Roy on 10th of October 2008 for 20 lakhs. He sold it on 4/11/24 for 53 lakhs, whereas the stamp duty value is 80 lakhs. Oh, if stamp duty value is higher than more than 10% from the sale consideration, take stamp duty value as the sale consideration. SSC paid 2% brokerage. Irrespective of you take sale consideration for capital gain as 53 lakhs or 80 lakhs. When you take 2% of sale consideration, it's always on 53 lakhs, right? Mr. Roy acquired a residential house at Nagpur for 8 lakhs. And see, you can sell the house, buy the house. Sell the house, buy the bonds. Different. Agar see, you have sold house and purchased house, but this value is low. Still, you have capital gain. Can you put the money in bonds? Yes. He deposited, okay. And he deposited 5 lakh on 10/4 and 5 lakh on 15/6 in the bonds. Date is very important. When did he sell the property? 4/11. 4/11/2024 plus 6 months ke andar. So he has put the money in bonds on 10/4. 10-4. Of course, November, say December, January, February, March, April. Yes, you can. But 15th of June, not allowed. So this you will not get. Even though you have put the money in bonds, you will not get the exemption provided you put it after 6 months. He deposited 4 lakh on 6th July and 3 lakh on 1st November in the CGS. Time limit to put the money in CGS is also before 31st of July. Yeah. See, you're promising, I'm selling house, I'll surely buy the house in 24, 25, coming 2 years. So March 25 khatam ho gaya, July 25 tak you should put the money in CGS. You are putting 3 lakhs on 111. You will not get the benefit. You have to write note for this and marks are there. It's a superb professional exam level question. Yeah, right. Chalo. Compute the capital gain chargeable to tax assuming the ray has no other income. Okay. So with this, can we solve this problem? 23rd question is very nice. Exactly same questions are there in your study material backside, and I'm requesting you all keep pakka without fail. Do all the questions. If you're stuck up anywhere, click the picture and send me. Problem number, which one we are doing now? 23 in the class. Mostly it's sell the house, buy the house. But if not sufficient, can I put more money in bonds also? What's the upper limit of putting the money in bonds this year and next year? Can anyone say? Yes? Say na, galat hai to kya hua? Quick, very quick and good response. Keep the chat box active like this. It's 50 lakhs. 50 lakhs. More than 50 lakhs you cannot put. Computation of income for Mr. Roy for previous year 24-25. चलो, I know I'm going little slow. फिर से पढ़ते हैं और करते हैं. He has sold the property. So you have to start always with sale consideration. And here that debate is there. So as per section 50C, actual sale consideration. Actual sale consideration is given to you as 53 lakhs. Stamp duty value is 80 lakhs. So we will take 80 lakhs. Less index cost of acquisition. Oh, sorry. First, always we have to take expenses. So we have brokerage here. Now, please don't do silly mistake. Don't take 2% of 80 lakhs. Brokerage, when it is 2%, it's always of the actual sale consideration. 2%. 1,06,000. So the net sale consideration is 78,94,000. And now we can go for index cost of acquisition. He acquired the house in October 2008 for 20 lakhs. October 2008 and 9. And now it is 24 and 25. What do you take it as 8 and 9? 137. 137 has become 363. So 20 lakhs into 363 divided by 137. $52,99,270. All of you are calculating with me. This will be the cost of the acquisition. Now, did he do some improvement or anything? No. Then directly we can calculate the capital gain, long-term capital gain. $25,94,730. Okay. ब्रोकरेज हो गया, इंडेक्स कॉस्ट ऑफ एक्विजिशन हो गया, लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन हो गया. Now he acquired another house in December 24. Okay, so less exemption under section 54. He has purchased the house. Read the question carefully. He purchased the house for 8 lakhs. So house sold and house purchased. And deposited the money in the capital gain account scheme. First, we'll take bonds. Under section 54 EC, 5 lakh. We'll write the note that for second it is not eligible. And now yes, put the money under section 54 only you will get for the CGAs. Deposited on. When did you deposit? 4 lakh. On 6th of July 25. Yes, that's it. So you will now get taxable long-term capital gain. See, you have sold the house, stamp duty or brokerage, whichever is higher, actual sale consideration or stamp duty, brokerage always on actual sale consideration. Then index cost of acquisition you have taken, improvement is not there. You have sold the house and purchased another house for 8 lakhs. Still capital gain is there. So can you buy bonds also? Yes. Did you get one thing? We have taken 2 exemption in 1 capital gain. I have sold the house and purchased the house, and I have sold the house and purchased the bonds also. And then put the money in the CGS also. Now note 1. Note 1 we have to write in exam. That is for the bonds. Bonds which are purchased on 15th June 25, not eligible. These are not eligible for exemption under section 54 EC as purchased after 6 months of transfer. As purchased after 6 months of transfer. ठीक है. Second, और एक भी we didn't give ना, CGS की ₹3 lakh put in CGS on 1/11/2025, not eligible for exemption. CGS में if you put, you're going to buy the house under section 54 as deposited after due date. As deposited after due date. What's that due date? 31st July 25. 31st July 25 के बाद डिपॉजिट किए तो no benefit of that. Even bonds, if you purchase after 6 months, no benefit. Is this clear to all of you? Sale consideration, mine. I know I'm going little slow, but it's a beautiful problem. Very nice. Let us take up the next question. See, yesterday we have finished the exemptions. So today it is one by one all questions. 24th and 25th I gave as homework. Exemption revoked also I explained here. 26th is a very nice sum. 54F का practice करना है ना, वो भी हो जाएगा. How do you give 54? Sell the house, buy the house, investment or capital gain, whichever is lower. 54F proportionately, as I started my class today. So Obama owns a residential house, self-occupied and house plot. He sells the house in January 25. And plot also in February 25. Okay. The house was purchased in 18th of January 17. 18 January 17 means it's January 17. So 16, 17 for 4 lakh. And plot was purchased in March 15. So 14, 15. Nice year. Many times when I say students do it on your own, it's like, ma'am, sirf ye galat ho gaya hamara. Obama has purchased a new residential house. Compute the income chargeable. Yeah. So he has sold the house and purchased the house. So section 54. And sold anything, plot or anything, and purchased the house. So 54F. 54F is sell anything. So can they sell open plot? Answer is yes. 26th problem, we will do it in the notebook. Yes. Thank you that you all are learning quickly with this, and no problem. अगर सबको नहीं हो रहा है सेम एक्सपीरियंस, सम ऑफ यू आर लाइक मैम अभी भी कौन सा एग्जामिशन लेना है, रिपीट दैट टेबल व्हिच आई गिव यू. प्रॉब्लम नंबर 26, कंप्यूटेशन ऑफ इनकम ऑफ मिस्टर Obama. Previous year is 2024. He has sold house also. And then plot also. He owns a house and he sells it for. So first of all, sale consideration. Dear students, there's no debate कि stamp duty लेना है और क्या. So sale consideration is very clear. 750 and 5 lakh. The house was purchased, so that we will need it for index cost of acquisition. Four lakh and it's January 17. So 16, 17 and now it is 24 and 25. And plot was purchased in March 15. So 2 lakh and this is 14 and 15 and 24 and 25. So let us quickly calculate. See, यहाँ तक तो आप कर ही सकते हैं ना in exam. Complete it very quickly till the sale consideration, index cost of acquisition, capital gain. Then pause and decide. Sell the house, buy the house, 54. Sell anything, open plot and buy the house, then 54F. Okay, right. Let us take up the index of 16. See, 16, 17 students can do wrong. Read the question. They gave that house was purchased in January 17. So don't take 17 and 18. It's January 17. So which financial year? 16 and 17. 264. And this is 363. And 14 and 15. 240 and 360. Four lakh into 363 by 264. You will get the answer. 4 lakh into 363 divide by kitna aa raha hai? You can put it in the chat box. Yes, 550. So you will get the long-term capital gain. Two lakh. And here same. 2 lakh into 363 divided by 240. Sale consideration minus the index cost is the capital gain. Now see. Here it is clear. Now see, very nice logical answer here is that read the question. He has sold the house and another house was purchased for 4 lakhs. For 4 lakhs. So now, less exemption under section 54. 2 lakh or 4 lakh, whichever is lower. Capital gain or investment in the new house. Leave 2 lines and write down taxable capital gain. Taxable long-term capital gain. Nil. ठीक है? Now see, you have sold the house, you have purchased the house for 4 lakh, but only 2 lakh you have used here, right? You still have the benefit of using more exemption. Followed? Now you have sold the house and sold the plot. Once again, house is sold, house is purchased, the story is over. But house is purchased for 4 lakh. Remaining 2 lakh is still unutilized. Can I use it here? Sell anything and buy house. 54 exemption. So here under section 54F, it's always cross multiplication in 54F. In 5 lakh, if you want, I can do it here in working note 1. थोड़ा detail में लिखेंगे देखो. Sale consideration is 5 lakh. Capital gain कितना आ रहा है? You sold the plot ना 197,500 for plot. Section 54F. We are doing working note 1. Take your time and write down. You have sold the house, purchased the house. Still balance is there. So now you are selling the house. You're selling the plot and buying the house. So can you claim? Yes. But 54F is, itne sale consideration mein itna capital gain hai. So how much is left? 2 lakh. Out of 4 lakh, 2 lakh is already used for section 54. Over. So remaining 2 lakh mein kitna? So 54F exemption will be 197,500 into 2 lakh divided by 5 lakh. I'm repeating. In sale consideration, this is the capital gain. So in 2 lakh, how much? $79,000. 79,000. Are you getting? Ma'am, 2 lakh remaining full you cannot claim. No, it's in cross multiplication. 1,18,500 it is coming. First you sold the house and purchased the house. So 4 lakh house purchase, 2 lakh you use. Still 2 lakh is remaining. So balance can we use here? Yes. Plot is sold and house is purchased. 54F. Sell anything. Buy the house. Don't hold more than one house. It's like repeating the yesterday's whole class. Huh? कल हमने कम प्रॉब्लम किए थे क्योंकि हम बहुत स्लोली कॉन्सेप्ट पढ़ रहे थे. टुडे you can't have every class okay I'll do 2 concepts and 3 questions. ऐसा equation नहीं है. हाँ, and 54F is always having a formula which is simple cross multiplication. In 5 lakh it is 197. In 5 lakh it is 197. In 2 lakh how much? 79,000. Nice question. Okay. So we'll take a break here and we'll take more questions with the tax rate and also with the slum sale. Okay, right. Quickly assemble back. We are going to take the tax rates after this so that we can do more good questions with the tax rates. Tax rate, whatever are the amendments, I've already given you in the material. This material PDF is available in the Telegram. And stay connected. After the break we will take up very good questions with the tax rates. Okay, little longer time I took. Chalo. Let us continue now. Two options are there. We have finished all the exemptions and related to that questions also. Repeat these questions. They are quality good questions that if I have sold the house and purchased the house, still value is pending. Can I sell jewelry and plot, and against that also can I avail 54F? Answer is yes. I have sold the house, I have purchased the house, but purchase house is not enough. Still capital gain is coming. So the balance amount, can I put in bonds? Yes. Right? And if exemption is revoked, reduce it from the cost. These are the three things. Now we'll do one thing. All the amendments related to capital gain in the tax rates already we have discussed earlier, and we will discuss that and take up the question and answers tomorrow. Okay, right? Right now we are taking up two small concepts which are there in this, and that is slum sale. Okay, very very important. Slum sale also, and liquidation concept is also there, and reverse charge mortgage is also there. So pehle we will take up the concept of slum sale. Whenever you take the stamp duty as your sale consideration is section 50C. Before that comes section 50B. Okay. So what is section 50B? Slum sale. You can write, someone watching right now live can write down. From here, if you stay connected with the next 20-30 minutes, it will be clear to you what is slum sale. Okay? So slum sale, it's a lump sale. So P and B. So section 50B says, whenever I'm transferring my business, it's like I'm selling my plant and machinery, my furniture, my other assets, and whatever sale consideration against that, I'll deduct the indexation and cost and all. Capital gain we can compute asset wise, or can I make a lump sum that all my assets and liabilities, my running business you take and give me 50 lakh rupees? Yeah. So one option is, once I get lump sum 50 lakhs, I have to split it. Oh, out of 50 lakhs, this is for plant and machinery, this is for furniture, and then calculate individually the capital gain. Or I can calculate by the way it is taught in slum sale. The one which I'm teaching is optional. You're selling your business, so you can calculate the capital gain asset wise, or you can calculate it lump sum, your wish. Clear to all of you? So slum sale practically is optional. In exam, if they ask slum sale, you have to. But when I'm selling all my assets lump sum for 50 lakhs, and 50 lakhs is the sale consideration, how do I take cost? Because I'm giving you all my assets and liabilities, asset minus liabilities is capital. It's called net worth. Can I deduct the net worth? Answer is yes. It's a new but very easy concept. And now because I'm selling all the assets, some may be long term, some may be short term. Any of the assets transferred out of the bundle is long term, the whole capital gain will be long term. And none of the assets are long term, then it will be short term. Acha, one more thing, because slum sale you're calculating it differently, you need a certificate from a CA also, how you have done the calculations. So skip in between some questions which are to be done with the tax rates. Right now we are doing section 50B, that is slum sale. Aaja. पहले पढ़ेंगे पूरा, and I'll make you write some nice booster notes, and then we will solve the question answer also. Of course it is optional. ये सब questions बहुत अच्छे हैं. I feel this one can be asked again in exams. That important. Yeah, you can also mark it important. Yeah. Let us take up right now slum sale. Slum sale means transfer of one or two undertaking as a result of lump sum without values being assigned individually to assets and liabilities. Any profit from slum sale will be chargeable to capital gain. If any of the asset transferred is held for more than 36 months, अगर 23rd July के पहले है या बाद में है तो 24 months, any one of the asset is long term, then the capital gain will be long term. If all the assets transferred in slum sale are short term, तो फिर capital gain भी short term होगा. ठीक है? Right. Net worth of the undertaking or division so transferred shall be deemed to be the cost of the acquisition and improvement. However, indexation benefit shall not be allowed. No indexation is there in slum sale because you are not selling the asset individually. Like when you sell plant and machinery and all, you do it in a block, right? So same way you are selling all the assets in a group, in a lump, pura paper lump bana ke section 50B. So no indexation. How do you calculate net worth? You have to take all the assets minus the liabilities. Asset minus liabilities is capital. In case of company, we call it net worth, which has share capital, equity and preference and reserves and all. Aggregate of the assets and liabilities. Depreciable assets take at WDV. Self-generate, in case of other assets, take it at book value, like land and all, which is never depreciated, to book value. Self-generated goodwill and all nil hota hai. Liabilities, you take it at book value. Any change in the value of assets on account of revaluation, it should be ignored. You know, sometimes we just do land is upward valued from 25 lakhs to 30 lakhs and 5 lakh you have put in revaluation reserve. Don't take it. Now, keep patience. I'm reading. I'll make you write the booster notes and then we will solve quality good questions. So, very clear it's going to be. A report of a CA indicating the computation of net worth and certifying the correctness of the net worth is required to be enclosed along with the return of income. Okay? So, you need a report of a CA because you're going for a slum sale to see whether all values you have taken correctly or not. This method of computing the capital gain is optional. SSC can calculate capital gain on assets individually also. I've sold you everything for 50 lakhs. My furniture, my plant and machinery, my stock. So one way is to go for section 50B lump sum. Or second thing is, out of 50 lakhs, I can say ki against furniture 8 lakhs aaya. You have to take a help of certified valuer. Plant and machinery ke against 30 lakhs it is, and stock ke against 12 lakhs. So you can split and calculate the capital gain separately, but if it is slum sale, you're calculating it together. And recent amendments is very simple thing. ये मैं आपको बताऊंगी. Recent amendment and we'll solve question. Solving the question answer is going to be pretty easy. Final तो definitely it comes every exam, but it's there in your syllabus. It can come slum से. आ जाओ notebook में. We'll write booster notes first. Slum से. Booster notes for slum sale. It's a separate topic only. Section 50B. Booster notes for slum sale. First of all, write down the first point. Slum sale scheme is optional. It's optional. Want to go for it, go for it. Otherwise not. Report of CA is required, whether you have calculated the value correctly or not. Yes, and in slum sale, oops, yeah, take the sale consideration minus the net worth, and this is your capital gain. Sale consideration, lump sum, what is coming, minus the net worth is your capital gain. Now, what will be the sale consideration? whatever amount you receive. या तो amount received, sale consideration, हाँ. या फिर if amount is not received but I have sold you the whole business, against that you have given me some asset or shares of your company and all, then you will have to take the fair market value of asset given or the fair mark. This is just a additional point, latest amendment. Exam के लिए question answer में उतना काम का नहीं है. Write down amount received or fair market value of asset given or fair market value of asset purchased. You will understand every point while we solve. Amount received will be the sale consideration or the fair market value of the capital asset given or transferred or the asset purchased. Whichever is higher. जो भी higher है, you will take it as sale consideration. And now coming to what is going to be the net worth. Net worth is going to be assets minus liabilities. So now in assets, depreciable assets, this way you are charging depreciation. See, you are transferring the whole business. So depreciable assets, you take it at WDV. Non-depreciable assets. No? Non-depreciable assets like land and all. Take it at book value. For assets, take depreciable assets at WDV. Non-depreciable assets, your land, your datas, and other current assets, stock and all. Take it at book value. Very important in bracket, write down here. Ignore revaluation. If they have done any revaluation, just ignore it. So you just take all the assets at book value except depreciable assets at WDV. And in non-depreciable asset, land and all, if there is any revaluation, ignore. Liabilities. You take all the liabilities at book value. बात ही खत्म. Book value पे ले लो liabilities. Yeah. Next point, very important, is no indexation. Assets minus liabilities is the net worth you deduct from sale consideration and you get capital gain. No indexation. Are you enjoying writing all the points and any doubts? No indexation. Next point is sales minus net worth in capital gain. पर मैम long term है या short term है? Any one asset transferred is long term capital asset. कोई भी एक asset which is transferred is long term capital asset, then it's long term capital. If all assets transferred are short term, held for short term, then the whole capital gain is short. There's no indexation. So if one of the asset also transferred is held long term more than 36 months or 24 months and all, whole capital gain is long term. If all the assets transferred are short term, तो short term ले लो. Nice and very clear to all of you. Slum sale. Once again, slum sale, this scheme is optional. Report of a CA is required. Sale consideration minus net worth, you calculate capital gain. Sale consideration is amount received, and if it's like a barter, then take it whatever is the fair market value of asset given or purchase, whichever is higher. Net worth is asset minus liability. So for assets, take depreciable assets at WDV, non-depreciable assets at book value, liabilities take at book value, and no indexation. And any one asset transferred is long term, whole capital gain is long term. If all the assets transferred are short term, it will be short term. Right. Self-generated goodwill and all they have written, but it's always nil only. Uski value lete hi nahi. I've given you all the points. Within this point only, you will be able to solve the question and answer in exam for slum sale. Okay. So leave 2-3 lines gap if you want to do some add-ons, and let us do one question in the notebook. Mr. A is the proprietor of Akash Limited having 2 units. He transferred on 1st April his unit 1 for a sale of 25 lakhs. Expenses are given and his balance sheet is given. Unit 1 and 2. Asset side, they have given unit 1 and 2 separate. Liabilities also, they could have given unit 1 and 2 separate, but they gave like own capital, revaluation reserve is of unit 1. So asset value is 12 lakhs and here revaluation reserve 3 lakh. If you ignore, you will take the asset value as 9 lakhs. Clear? Bank loan 70% is for unit 1. So we'll take it in liability. Credit as 25%. So we'll take it in liabilities. And asset side we know. Revaluation reserve is created by revising upward the value of the unit 1. No individual value of asset is considered in the transfer deed. Other assets of unit 1 include patents which are acquired in July 22 for 50,000. ठीक है, ये other assets में patent है, and no depreciation was charged. So we all know that patents are intangible assets and it should be taken at WDV after charging depreciation, at the rate of 25% with WDV. Patents, copyrights are intangible assets. 25% depreciation charge karna tha. They have not charged. So while taking net worth promise depreciable asset, you will not take 50,000 is included in this at cost. Don't take it at cost. Take it at today's WDV. So for 2 years, we'll charge the depreciation and compute the capital gain. Please ask your doubts in reading the question. I'm always saying in tax exam, reading the question paper is an art. Problem number 30. Let us do this sum for taking care of the booster notes. And if you want to do any add-ons or anything you have not followed, this is a 3-in-1 way of studying. First, understand the concept, read and write some booster notes and solve the questions related to that. So here we go with problem number 30. Yeah, I said leave 2-3 lines. Might be that you want to solve. Computation of income of Mr. A. He's a proprietor and he has transferred the unit. So for slum sale, very simple, small calculation. Sale consideration under section 50B, slum sale. How much he has received? 25 lakhs. Next to my house is a school. So there's a break time now. Are you getting disturbed? Too much of voice is coming? Suffocating to keep the window closed. And it's winter, so no AC. Yeah. Background voice बहुत आ रही है तो message करो. 25 lakhs is the sale consideration. It's given in the second line. And related expense are 28,000. 24,72,000 is the net sale consideration. And from this we can deduct net worth. We can deduct net worth, assets minus liabilities. You will not take the cost of the assets and all. See, it's so easy. Lump sum you have transferred unit 1 in which building is there, datas are there, other assets are there, bank loan is there, credit. Lump sum. So from the net sale consideration, just deduct the net worth. Ma'am, but how do we get the net worth? Working note 1, no indexation and nothing given, and this unit is held since long. So we'll take it as long-term capital gain. If any one of the asset, see, this is he started the business in 1415, just above the balance sheet. So that means these assets are held from 1415. So any one of the asset transferred, it's long-term capital gain. Chalo. Now. Let us calculate working note 1. Net worth. Net worth we will calculate, and for that always we will start with assets and then liabilities. Assets and liabilities, and everything is transferred for unit 1. Acha, listen all of you, we are in tax class, but sometimes if they are giving the figures in lakhs and crore, take it accordingly. Okay, right. Net worth. Start with assets. So first I will take building. Building, out of 12 lakhs, 3 lakhs is revaluation reserve, which you have to ignore. So take it at 9 lakhs. Next is machinery. Take it at 3 lakhs. Next is datas. Take it at 1 lakh. Then we have other assets. Other assets is 1,50,000. Minus you remove the patents. Why? Because patents, the cost is 50,000 and patents is depreciable assets. Other assets could be your stock or anything. In other assets, remove the patents which are included at 50,000. Now patents, you have to take it at the WDV as on 1/4/2024, which I can get in working note 2. You can make working note 2 right side or down. I am making it here, working note 2. Patent. When did you buy patent? 1st July 2022. How much? 50,000. And it's not depreciated, but while I transfer depreciable assets, I have to depreciate at 25%. 12,500. 37,500. Again depreciate at 25%. 37,500 ka 25%. It's WDV. 9,375 minus 37,500. 20. I want to repeat. Patents is also transferred, but at cost. So depreciate it for 22 and 23. You get the value in 23. Now depreciate it for 23 and 24. You get the value on 1st April 24, the day you have transferred. See, 2 adjustments we did, dear students. I want to repeat it. Building, it's 9 lakhs instead of 12 lakhs. Machinery, I'm going very slow, I know, but this is the first time. If you're understanding, it should be like superb. Hai na? Chalo. So 28,125 we are taking. Or kuch anything else? No. So total of assets. Total of the assets you write it 12, 13, 14. मतलब कैलकुलेटर में के बिना आ जा रहा है 14,28,124. Now let us deduct the liabilities. Assets minus liabilities. Bank loan. Out of 2 lakh 70%. 1,40,000 we will take. And creditors. 150. Ka 25% you will take. Because for unit 1 only these are the two actual liabilities. So you will get the net worth. That is assets minus liabilities. 1428 125 minus 140. Are you doing with me, all of you? I'm always asking because I can't. This is not offline class. I can check your notebooks or I can go around the class till the end. No. So 1250 625. 1250 625. 21 370. Out of sale consideration, deduct expense. Net sale consideration, you have to deduct net worth because it's lump sum. Net worth is assets minus liabilities. Take the assets without taking the revaluation reserve, machinery, debtors, other assets, add the WDV and deduct the liability, and you are getting long term. How did you decide it's long term? Because these assets are held for 14 and 15. Any one of the asset held for more than 1 year, then it is long term. Chalo. One more sum is there. I've already given you two small homeworks and Roy and all very nice questions of classwork to revise. Exemption के question आज हमने किए. So here now what we are doing is one more question is there. उसको भी अभी solve कर लेंगे. Yeah, the next one. This is in lakhs. So you continue in lakhs. Don't keep writing double zeros. Okay. Star Enterprise has transferred its units R to A Limited by way of lump sum on January 23-25. It's 24-25. Maximum we have done, but still some dates are missed out. Okay. Now, own capital, accumulated P&L, PQ and R. So which unit is transferred? R. So we will transfer only the assets and liabilities of R. Slum sale consideration is 930 lakhs. Now fixed assets of R include land 110 lakhs, which was revalued at 140. So 110 ka 140. So in this land mein, there is a revaluation of 30 lakhs. Land was of 110, you have taken at 140. So we know ki a revaluation reserve we have to remove. And other fixed assets. Other fixed assets. 600 minus 140 तो land है, तो बाकी जो 460 है, I hope you are getting. Out of 600, Abhi, what's the book value of the land right now? 140. So remaining 460, which represents WDV of the assets, but as per books, but WDV what you have to take as per income tax is 430. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? So as per books, charging depreciation and all, it's 460. So 460 की जगह what you should take? 430. And 140 की जगह what you should take? 110. Why 110? Don't take the revaluation reserve and don't take the book value. Take the WDV value. Unit R was set up in Star Enterprise in October 2008. Oh, long term. It's long term capital asset. Okay? So problem number 31 we are doing in notebook now. It's very small than the last one also what we did. Again, then I'll read back the provisions so it will be clear to you. Problem number 31 we are doing. Computation of income of Star Enterprise. Yes. Only which unit is transferred? Unit R. If you write on top, you will remember that you have to take the figures only for unit R and everything is in lakhs. Amount mein hi you can write in lakhs. So you don't have to worry कि क्या लेना है आपको. Start with fixed assets. In fixed assets in 600 lakhs, land is there. So that land, though it is valued at 140, you have to take it at 110. And other assets are given at 460, but WDV is 430. So we will also take 430. Frankly, I have started making working note. Sorry. बाद में भी बना सकते थे. अब मैंने working note से शुरू किया है to calculate the net worth. What is net worth? Assets minus liabilities. 110 and 430. This is about fixed assets. I want to repeat. This was at 140. This is only for your understanding I'm writing. But take it at 110. Ignore revaluation. This was at 460. So this was 600. Instead of that, we have taken it correctly. Now take current assets. Current assets of R are 440. No change. So what is your total assets for net worth? 980. Less liabilities. 980 less liabilities of R. 140. Liabilities of the R are 140. Net worth is 840. Land 110, other assets 430, current assets and liabilities. Liabilities directly I have taken off R only. So this is the net worth. Now can we calculate the capital gain? Leave one line and write down sale consideration also in lakhs. It is 930 lakhs less net worth as per your working note 1, 840. So what will be the long-term capital gain? 90. Nice and clear to all of you. Easy, simple. This is your problem number 31. So that's all for slum sale. Oh, 1 minute. We started by writing the booster notes. Again, we are closing. If you have any doubt in the slum sale concept, and if you feel slum sale concept is super clear with the notes, with this booster note and solving these two questions, share it with other friends, comment below. Slum sale scheme is optional. In exam, it's not optional. Na? If they say you have to do optional, practically, report of CA is required. Sale consideration minus net worth is your capital gain. Now, sale consideration ke liye amount received or fair market value. Sometimes, it's barter. I'll read out. This is just a latest amendment. Fair market value of the asset given or fair market value of the asset purchased. We will sell you our business unit R, and against that we'll purchase your company share, whichever is higher. And for liabilities, take actual liabilities. So for assets, depreciable assets, take it at WDV. Non-depreciable asset, land, data, current assets, all at book value. Ignore revaluation. Liabilities at book value. No indexation. If any one of the asset transferred is long term, whole slum sale is long term. If all the assets transferred are short term, then it is short term. Okay? Chalo. And we have done the questions. Yeah, I'll still go and read out the one which is given as amendment about the fair market value. Yeah. As per section 50B, if the capital being an undertaking by is transferred, fair market value of the assets on date of transfer, calculated in prescribed manner, shall be deemed to be the full value of the sale consideration. Either actual sale consideration, and if they don't give, then you can take the fair market value. CBDT has prescribed that fair market value will be taken higher of fair market value of the assets transferred or fair market value of the consideration received, whichever is higher. So if they, to both the problems now what we have done, they have given actual sale consideration. But if they don't give the actual sale consideration, you can take the fair market value of the assets which are given, or the fair market value the day you do the slum sale, or the fair market value of the assets or the money which is received. Sometimes I'll give you my business as slum sale. Against that, you give 40 lakhs and 1 lakh shares of your company of 30 lakhs. So 40 lakh cash and 30 lakh your company shares, 70 lakhs is what I have received and what I have given, higher of the two. Interfinal, all the exam, if they ask you slum sale, it's super duper easy. Sure, practice and do it, right? Yeah, in the description, you can download Concept Classes app and go for this, the regular batch, the fast track batch. Test series, I'm not boosting myself, but they're super quality, good question papers, chapter wise, suggested answer, and paper correction live video. All you will find over there. Okay, right. Chalo. Yeah, 2 more small concepts are there, and then we will close the class for today. Chote concepts hai. Tomorrow we will do the rates and related questions. Slum sale we have completed. Yeah, please come. Section 1037. So much asked in MCQs also. This section deals with total non-taxability of agricultural land in case it is compulsory acquired by central government. Right? Okay. So sometimes individuals and HUFs, their agricultural land is situated. See, rural agricultural land is always exempt. But if it is urban agricultural land, within the city limits, like in Hyderabad, within the city limits, urban agricultural land was acquired by central government to make up the road and way to Shamshabad new international airport. So, when the central government is acquiring your urban agricultural land compulsory, which is used by your parents for 2 years and all, and the consideration is decided by central government, then whatever compensation you receive, it's going to be exempt. Non-taxability means it's going to be exempt. Ma'am, ye kaise fir we have done section 54B. Sale of urban agricultural land used by yourself or your parents for 2 years and purchase urban or rural agricultural land. This is you sell to anyone. But if you sell your urban agricultural land to government, and the price consideration what you have received is from central and state government, then the whole capital gain is exempt. Conditions हैं कि individual and HUF के लिए होना चाहिए and all that is clear. See, if it is asked in question and answer form for 3 marks, it's like so easy. That's why I've printed the question also and answer also. दोनों print किया आपके लिए. चलो. Raj is in possession of the agricultural land situated within urban limits. He was used by his father for 3 years, and on 4/4 this land was compulsory acquired. Compulsory acquired by Government of India, and compensation received was 10 lakhs. Now, in this case, the agricultural land is used by father and it is compulsory acquired by government, then it is exempt. Section 1037 exempts the capital gain arising from individual and HF from transfer by way of compulsory acquisition and amount received by RBI or government. Okay, so that's why it is exempt. Simple. And now this is a small concept given in your material. You remember we did one definition ki, okay, this is a transfer, barter, sale, extinguishment of right. And then I gave some cases ki this is not a transfer. There this is covered. I'll tell you the gist and how the question is asked in exam. Listen now. Senior 5 minutes. Very simple concept. Senior citizens, when they retire, they stop getting the monthly income, but they get lump sum money. If they retire from job, they get gratuity, leave, salary, है ना? Lump sum they get, and they may be staying in a house. So what senior citizen they can do under the government scheme? Reverse mortgage scheme of government. Mortgage is when you mortgage your property and against that you take loan, right? Immovable property. Pledge is gold pledge. When I give my gold to the bank and I take loan, it's pledging my asset because it's movable. इससे ज्यादा law नहीं आता मुझे. So now this is what is it? Mortgage वाला part क्या है आपके लिए? So immovable property by a senior citizen is given to government, his own house, and against that government is not giving the sale consideration. It's not you are selling your property to bank. You are putting your property under mortgage and you are taking loan from bank. That loan will also not be taken lump sum. It will come monthly, quarterly as you require to meet your daily needs. You know, daily needs के लिए पैसे चाहिए and we want to stay in the house. Still the senior citizens are alive. Till the senior citizens are alive, they can stay in the house which is mortgaged with the bank, and bank will give them loan money or the sale consideration in installments, monthly, quarterly. Okay, once the senior citizen is deceased, bank will sell the house, recover their loan and interest, and hand over the balance money to their legal heir, say son. Option 2 is son can say don't take my father's property, then bank is saying okay, we have given this much money loan to your father with interest, you repay and we will give back your house. Ma'am, what's the benefit in this hodgepodge? Senior citizens, if they sell their house, where they will stay? And they have stopped getting monthly income, so they can stay in their house and still indirectly sell the house to the bank, stay in the house, and sale consideration is coming to them in installments, right? So there are many benefits to it. Exam oriented 2 marks knowledge is there, that all I will teach you. Tomorrow also we are doing capital gain last part, that is tax rate, amendments and related question answer, right? So reverse mortgage is for the benefit of senior citizen. Senior citizen can mortgage their house to bank in return for a lump sum or for a regular quarterly income. They can take the sale consideration lump sum or they can take monthly, quarterly, like that. Central government has notified, but it should be under, you can't have your private schemes. Huh? This should be under the reverse mortgage scheme 2008. Yeah, this is for the benefit of senior citizens who owns a house and they don't have any existing income. All explanation I gave. They can use the loan amount for repairs of the house, for medical emergencies, but not for speculation and trade. Your house is mortgaged with the bank. Your house is mortgaged with the bank. And bank will give you money to meet up your medical requirement or repairs and renovation of the house and all, but not for, you can't say, senior citizen can't say, take my house, give me money, and I'll buy lottery with that. I'll do futures and options, share trading. No, 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 you can't. Loan will be given up to 60% of the value of the house. This is all for reading purpose. And every 5 years they will check up the value of the house. कभी कभी बहुत house का value कम है and loan is more, तो bank is at risk. Where loan is disbursed directly 20 years from the date of signing the agreement, maximum loan, or where loan is disbursed then for the residual life. Now senior citizen above 60, they're not going to stay for 20 years se bhi zyada, so generally maximum. This is all for your reading. Bank will recover the loan along with interest by selling the house after the death, and excess is given to legal heirs. However, before resorting, preference will be given to legal heirs to repay the loan and release the mortgage house. Take your house back. Your father has taken this much loan and interest. Finish. This is just a scheme. How this is asked is good. Abhishek, a senior citizen, pledged his residential house with bank. He was getting loan from bank in installments. Mr. Abhishek did not repay the loan and hence gave the possession of house to the bank. How will it be treated? Now, because this is all under a government scheme, एक चीज मैंने बोल्ड में दिया था. This part is super duper important. Transfer of the capital asset under reverse mortgage scheme to the bank is exempt under section 47. You remember holding to subsidiary, transfer by way of gift. So many transfers were exempt. So out of all this, understand and remember and mark it, very important. This just definitely I'm going to give it in bold. हाँ, क्या क्या बताया आपको बेटा? अरे 1 minute. Transfer, you have transferred the asset to the bank. No, bank will sell it, recover the money. This transfer is exempt for the senior citizen. They don't have to pay capital gain. Amount received by senior citizen as loan, either lump sum or installment, is exempt. Amount received by senior citizen against selling of the house is exempt, and this is not treated as transfer. Just write this and get 2 marks. Okay, this one was a nice alert question, so I just added it in. Mazedar question hai, ekdam just one liner. And nowadays too much trend is there, material questions as it is are asked. Long term capital gain is 75 lakhs, which will be exempt if you put the money in 5 years bond NHAI. Exam whether this statement is true and false. It's false. If your capital gain is 75 lakhs, you cannot put 75 lakhs in 54 EC. You can put only 50 lakhs. Therefore, in case of exemption, it can be availed only in 50 lakhs. That too, investment should be made within 6 months. 1st May, you have sold the building. Within 6 months, put 50 lakhs in the bonds and you can claim exemption. You can't put 75 lakhs in the bonds. Okay? मैम आप जंप कर रहे हैं तो आप रीड करो. These are very small concepts. Reverse mortgage, senior citizen, it's exempt. I should have taught this in the first class, but first class was so important. You were all blank ki kya cheez hai capital gain chapter. So I didn't want to make it complicated, so I have shifted it at the end. This there in your transfer definition only what is exempt. Okay, so that's all for today. Invite more of your friends for tomorrow's class. PDF material is there in Telegram. I'll teach you all the changes in age of asset, in the capital gain, and then the tax calculation we will do. Okay. That's all for today's class. If you have any doubts, comment below. And too much of hard work is done, I know, in preparing these notes, quality good questions which will make you ready. बहुत ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम करने की जरूरत नहीं है. 34 problems are good enough with example, but repetition is definitely required, right? That's all for today's class. Thank you so much for staying connected till here. See you all for the last class of capital gain tomorrow. After that, all the amendments in salary and other heads will also be there in the live classes. So subscribe and hit the notification. When you do live class with the teacher, you're so much alert. You're taking the notes rather than watching a recording, right? But of course, there are students, I really appreciate so many of you so much. You are working and then taking the coaching, watching the lectures. Yesterday, I got a message. Today, it's like 36, 37. Ma'am, I completed day 15, day 16. It's superb. Hats off to you. With job, you're watching daily one video from the app and doing it. It's too good, right? All the best to all of you. Bye. See you all tomorrow. Comment if you have any doubt, and comment if you understand everything. Bye.